Hi, in this video I just want to talk through changing batteries on sensor transmitters. So we've got a VP2 wireless transmitter here, and we've got a 6345 soil moisture, soil temperature, leaf wetness transmitter here. So these batteries are CR123s, lithium, non-rechargeable. Under normal circumstances we recommend changing them every 12 months. Normally, depending on what platform you're on, when that battery is getting low, you will receive a transmitter low warning message. We do recommend, as I say, changing them every 12 months. They can last a lot longer, but it's just easier to do it on a yearly basis. Then you know they're done, and they are relatively cheap, between sort of £3-4 on Amazon or a local garage, Tesco, somewhere like that. So CR123s, and we tend to use a good branded one because we know they last. So to change the battery on a standard wireless VP2 transmitter, what we want to do first is release the top cover. So we pull the clip at the bottom. Sometimes it takes a little bit of force. If you're doing this outside on a cold day or something like that, obviously the plastic will be that much more sort of brittle and harder, but it will come off. So we want to ease that, and the one thing we want to check is that our solar panel here is plugged into the transmitter board at the top, and once we've changed the battery, that's still in place. So it can be quite difficult to hold that all in one go. So what I do is take that off. You see you've got the two pins on there and the plug. So we'll just pop that in there for now, and there is our battery. And we'll take that out like so. Sometimes it can be a little bit tight, but it will come out. So what you want to make sure, obviously, is when you change it, is you're getting the polarity right. So the positive is on the left-hand side, negative on the right. But there is a little guide in there. But we have seen them in the past where people have changed them, and they've not actually got the polarity right, and it's not been working properly. So as simple as that. Pop a new one in, like so. And away you go. Same is done on the 6345. If we look at this, you just got a different way to get the door open on this one. So a little latch. You can see this one hasn't got a battery in. So we'll check our polarity again, and literally in we go. And the other thing, while we're looking at this, how do we know these are actually working and transmitting? Well, as you can see, we've got a set of 4 dip switches up here. These are the dip switches that are used to set the channels. By default, most of the systems that we're working with are either going to be on channel 1 or channel 2. In the video, at the end of the video, we will post a picture of the channel settings, which will be useful if you want to refer to those if we do need to change the channels. Sometimes if there's interference, there might be another system, or there might be something electrically that's interference with the connections. Then we might say, can you put it to channel 4 or channel 5? And then using that as a reference, you can see which dips need to go in which order to do that. The final thing to say about the dip switches is that dip switch number 4 is a test dip switch. So putting dip switch number 4 into the up position will enable like an LED little flashing green light to show that the system is actually communicating. Once you've seen that light, then you do need to turn that dip switch off again, as it will drain the battery really, really quickly. So that's an important thing to note. But let's just see if we can enable that dip switch and see if we can see the green flashing light on this one. There we go. So on this one, I don't know whether the video can pick it up or whether we're going to have to zoom in, but we've got a little green flashing LED on here. And we'll do the same on the other one. This one's a little bit easier to see. As you can see at the end of the screwdriver, we've got a green flashing LED. So we know that's transmitting, so we'll pop that off. And as I say, on the 6345, it's a little bit more hidden. It's actually under the little plug there. Thank you very much.